Yet another Raw. I might not be exaggerating here, but it feels like every Raw for the past 100 episodes has ended the exact same way. The show ends in a match, one-on-one tag team match. Most of them involving Bronson Reed, Bron Breakker, Seth, LA Knight, one of that gang, one of that group. And then it ends with someone coming out, either to end the match in a DQ, or the match ends clean, and then someone comes out after, or 2 people, or 3 people, or 4 people, or 5 people. Tonight was no different. Yet again, Groundhog Day. Yet again, thinking, did I not see this exact same thing last week? Did I not just see this exact same thing the week before that, and the week before that, and the week before that, involving pretty much the same people? Yes, I did. Triple H only knows how to end shows in one way, or at least for Raw. I don't know who's told him this. I don't know someone has manipulated him. Someone has given him some kind of, I don't know, that's made him think you have to end every single Raw the exact same way every single week. It is predictable. It is so predictable. I know next week is going to end the exact same as well. Next week's Raw is going to end the exact same because it's what they do every single week. It is tedious. It is boring. You know it's coming. As soon as you find out LA Knight versus Bronson Reed is the main event, which is silly anyway. As soon as you find out that's the main event, we all know what's going to happen. We all know Bron Breakker's there. We all know Jim Uso's there. We all know Jey Uso's there. We all know how it's going to end. It's predictable. It's boring. There's no reason to watch until the end of the show. You can stop watching after 2 hours, leave out the last half an hour, and you won't even have to look online to what happened because you already know what happened. But Raw. I mean, the only talking point of the night is AJ Lee. I don't think there's any. Is there any other talking point? There was one thing that I liked, apart from the AJ Lee. There was one other thing that I liked, and that it might shock you, but it's got something to do with Jason Uso. Jey Uso, I like it. I like what the direction that they're starting to go in with Jey Uso, which is a much more serious Jey Uso. We're going to get to it. I mean, as I say, the biggest talking point is AJ Lee's promo, which I'm sure Bobby Monsoon, if that is his name right, the YouTuber Bobby Monsoon, he's buzzing. He's buzzing because last week he's there, a grown man in his room getting absolutely fuming, raging, angry that AJ Lee has returned. And she didn't grab a microphone. What do you mean? Why would she grab a microphone last week? Why would she do that? She's just returned after seeing her husband get slapped, humiliated on live TV twice. Why would she realistically grab a microphone? Realistically, you'd want to fight the person that was just slapping your husband. These YouTubers, mate, I'll tell you, and it's not just here, it's so many of them. Their entire shtick is that they get angry, they rant, so they nitpick everything, even if it's very clearly good. They find the faults in it because it's their shtick. People like to see me rant, so I'm gonna rant, no matter what, even if it's good. Now, I'm very aware, most of my videos have rant in the title. I'm not oblivious to that, because there's very little good that happens in WWE these days. There is very little positive to talk about. But when there is something positive that happens, you have to acknowledge that and give them credit. You can't just rant about that and pretend to be angry about that as well, lying to your audience, not being real, just because you think, oh, people like when I rant, right? Like, what do you mean AJ Lee didn't grab him? You're getting angry that AJ Lee's returned. How as a grown adult, are you angry that AJ Lee has returned? What do you mean? What are you doing? Most people are very excited to see her. It's been 10 years. It's been 10 years since we saw her. This doesn't affect anyone or anything in a negative way. It's AJ Lee. It's a big deal. And it was done very well. But your shtick is that you get angry, so fair enough, go for it. Get angry. Pretend to be angry about something. These YouTubers, man. These YouTubers. Now I know I rant. I know I get angry. As I said, there's very little to be excited for or happy about in WWE in 2025. But when I do see something positive, I'm going to say that it's a good thing. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't need to do some dance. I don't need to do some voice. I don't need to play a character. I don't need to play a personality, have a gimmick. I don't need to do any of that. I am here to just give you my opinions on professional wrestling. I don't need any of that extra shite. It's just cringe. It's cringe. Anyway, Raw. Sorry for the side rant, but Raw. Raw starts off with the Usos in the ring. Put them back together, which I think was the right thing, because Jey Uso on his own, I think we can all admit, as a catchy theme song. But other than that, huge fail. What happened? He is not a good singles guy. He is not. They put a world title on him. He got exhausted. They had to take it off of him. It failed. Failed experiment. It didn't work. He's not a singles guy. He can't cut a great promo. He can't put storylines on his back. He needs something. He needs to be part of something. A team, a faction, something. He needs someone by his side. Put him back with Jimmy Uso. I have no issue with that at all. No issue. And then the Bronze. The Bronze come out. I mean, it's the same promo they cut every week. All four of these people got the same promo every time they're in the ring. So I'm sure you can guess what they said. But we're starting to see a more serious Jey Uso, which I like, which we're going to get to later in the video. There's a couple more segments. So after that, I mean, that set up the main event pretty much, like, in a roundabout way. So they're having a tag team match at WrestlePalooza, which I'm not interested in at all. Don't care about. Will be on my phone during it. Will go to the toilet during it. Might eat during it. Might go out during it. Might miss the next match because I go out during it. Who knows? But I'm not interested at all. Then we go to AJ Styles versus El Grande Americano. Now, before the match starts, AJ Lee has a promo in the ad break. So, America, don't think you saw it, but the rest of the world on Netflix, we saw it. And he was basically saying, Luke and Gallows aren't here anymore. Meechin isn't with me anymore. She's just tied to the hip of Julia doing irrelevant shit for the rest of her career, which is not what he said at all, but I'm saying it. And he was basically saying someone doesn't want me here. So if this is a part of a storyline, I don't know where they're going with it. But in reality, Triple H doesn't want him there because he's not a Triple H guy, which is why you see him book him in irrelevant, pointless shit like he's doing right now. A pointless match with El Grande Americano, which he does win. AJ Styles does win, to be fair. But the overall thing about this is I do not know what they're doing with El Grande Americano. I still don't understand it. Why Ludwig Kaiser? Even if you want to say, oh, I like Ludwig Kaiser as, I like Ludwig Kaiser as a Grande Americano. I like it. Does it make sense? Ludwig Kaiser, a very serious wrestler, takes himself very serious. Why would he put a mask on just because Chad Gable did it? I don't understand it. Still to this day, I don't understand why they do this with El Grande America. Ludwig Kaiser, I don't know. And then there's a second El Grande, I don't know. But AJ beats El Grande. Hopefully, that's the end of this entire AJ stuff. It feels like when someone in WWE is stuck with someone, they're stuck with them for so long. How long has LA Knight been stuck with the Bronze? Seth. Previously the Bloodline. How long has AJ Styles been at the El Grande Americano, Dominic Mysterio? Those lot. How long? It's like when someone gets sucked into something with someone. They're stuck in that vortex for years. Months. It feels like just do fresh things. Give LA Knight something fresh. Get him away from the Usos. The Bronze. Get him away. Get AJ Styles away from people wearing a mask. Dominic Mysterio. El Grande Americano. Luchadors. Get him away. Something fresh, please. I'm allergic to it. Then we get... What did we get? We got a backstage segment. They're still doing this. Asuka, Io, little... You're my friend. Stop talking to my friend. She's my best friend, not yours. Go away, Nikki Bella. Io's my friend. Cringe. It's Asuka. Asuka just needs to beat the shit out of people. Not doing a little kindergarten, primary school little gimmick. She's your friend. She's my friend. She's not your friend. She doesn't even like you. She's my friend. She's my best friend. Go away. What are we doing, man? What are we doing? Annoying. Then we go into Lyra versus Raquel. Lyra loses for no reason. Just a random match in the middle of Raw. Raquel should be having jobber matches. Do you remember jobber matches? They used to be very popular back in the day. But even if you want to go a bit more recent, Braun Strowman had a few, and it did wonders for Braun Strowman. Raquel is someone you can give jobber matches to. She's tall, she's dominant. She can have jobber matches. Getting the local talent to put against her. Make her look dominant without beating Lyra Valkyria. For no reason. Why would Lyra lose in the middle of Raw for no reason? Nothing on the line. Like, why have Lyra lose? Neither could lose. So again, jobber matches. That's what jobber matches are for. Build up people. Make people feel dominant. Raquel is the perfect person for that. Without having to have someone like Lyra lose in the process. And then we get... they've set up Lyra versus Roxanne Perez for next week. Another match that neither can lose. Lyra can't lose because she's just lost to Raquel. Roxanne can't lose because she loses every week. So why make the match? Why make the match? Stupid. I've genuinely just coughed for about 30 seconds. I'm not allergic to this company, bro. And then we get a more serious Jey Uso. He's backstage and he's saying, I don't care about LA Knight. I don't care. I'm done with him. I don't need to help him. I like that. Just because you're a babyface doesn't mean you have to be friends with other babyfaces. Stone Cold was never friends with everyone just because he was a face. He didn't come out every week and help other faces. You can be a face, but also not like other faces. You can be a face and also have that mean streak. You can also have that. That makes some of the best faces sometimes. You don't want to get... It's hard to get behind someone that just... Oh, I'm your friend. I'm going to come out and help you every week. I'm friends with everyone. Just like Sami Zayn. Ask Sami Zayn how boring he is these days. Because he comes out and helps other faces every week. Like, come on, man. So I like this more serious Jey Uso. Then we get into the AJ Lee segment. So she's in the middle of the ring, cutting a promo, which I'm sure some people will be very happy about. They can smile now. They can be happy, although they'll probably pick faults with it. AJ Lee, I still can't believe she's back. It's surreal. It's surreal to see her back. But she's in the middle of the ring. She's cutting a promo talking about, I went to therapy, I got better, I needed to retire, I needed to work on my mental health, I went to therapy, all of it. I feel like there was a bit missing off the end where she needed to say, but I'm back to that crazy mode, right? Because that's what her character was back in the day. Her entire gimmick was, she's crazy. She's psycho, right? So I feel like there was a little bit missing off the end of the promo where she needed to say that. Where she was like, oh, I've been to therapy, I've improved my mental health, I've done all this, I've gone to therapy, I've got better, but now I'm back. Something along the lines of, I'm back to being psycho, I'm back to being crazy. Something like that. But then Becky Lynch comes out and just carries on her flawless streak of great promos. She's so good being a heel. She's so good. Whether you want to call her Becky cringe or not, look in the mirror first of all. Whether you want to call her Becky cringe or not, she is doing some of the best work of her career right now. She's one of the best parts of the show every week. And I don't think you can deny it because she is. That is a fact. She is great on the microphone. So she carries her on. Then Seth comes out. He tries to get into the ring. Because AJ had Becky's title around her waist. Seth got in the ring to try and take it away. CM Punk comes out. And then Seth and Becky run away. And it got announced that the tag team match is official for WrestlePalooza. So there we go. We all knew it was happening. There we go. Still can't believe it's real. She's back. She's back. Now, obviously, little bit rusty in the promo. She did hesitate a couple of times here and there, but she's been gone for 10 years. I don't think anyone could come back after 10 years and be flawless just like that. So, it's just great to see her. It's just genuinely great to see her. And then we go to Rusev versus Penta. Rusev beats Penta. Rusev beats Penta. I don't care who's involved. I don't care what other shit happens ringside. I don't care if Grayson Waller comes out or the New Day, because those are three people that are even more boring than MFT some weeks. I don't know what they are. They're mourning the loss of their titles, which was months ago. What are we even doing? They're mourning the loss of their titles. What are we doing with the New Day? The New Day, when they first turned heel, had potential to be really fun. When they turned on Big E, I thought, okay, this could actually be really fun. They've got heat right now. They're getting booed at the arena every week. You could have a lot of fun with this. Now they're just mourning the loss of the title. What do you mean? Like another thing that Triple H has ruined. But Rusev beats Penta after Penta said earlier in the night, or was it after this match? Either way, at some point tonight, he said, I want a title match for Dominic Mysterio. The same night he lost to Rusev. So now how are we supposed to get behind a match? Like, am I the only one using my common sense here or what? Because you could also, you could say, okay, but no, it means because Rusev won, he also said he wants a title match. So now Rusev gets a title match instead of Penta because Rusev beat Penta. So we're going to Rusev versus Dominic. There's one issue with that. One big issue with that. They are both heels. So who does that benefit? No one. Then we go to Asuka versus Nikki Bella. Asuka taps out Nikki. Asuka taps out Nikki Bella. I don't know what they're doing with Nikki Bella. She lost and lost. Like, I don't know what is there a plan for her? I assume not, because it is Triple H. There's multiple things you could do with Nikki Bella. Do you bring back Brie Bella? I don't know what. I don't know. A Nikki Bella AJ Lee match in 2025 would be pretty crazy. Nikki Bella versus. I mean, there's a few things you can do with her. I don't think tapping out in the middle of a Raw to Asuka is going to benefit anyone. I mean, even Asuka, what does it do for Asuka? We already know Asuka can beat anyone on the roster. I don't think beating Nikki Bella is going to do much for her. So, another match where it's just like, yeah, sad to see. Like, then the main event, Bronson Reed versus LA Knight, which is just a bit of a shit main event anyway, isn't it, really? Like, is that going to make you watch the end of the night? If you watched the start of the show or halfway through, saw that this was announced for the main event, would that have made you watch the main event? Probably not. Probably because you knew what was going to happen after. Because Bronson pins LA. Now again, I don't care what happens ringside. I don't care if Braun Breaker gets involved. I don't care if Braun Breaker spears LA Knight 5 times and then Bronson pins him. LA Knight loses again. LA Knight loses again. He's stuck in the vortex of the bronze after just escaping the bloodline vortex. He's back into another vortex with the Usos and the bronze. Let the man do something fresh. Let the man do something new. Let him go for a title. Let him do something fun. Put a title on him. I don't know. Just give him something new, something fresh, finally, please. Let the man escape. Let the man escape from the vortex after vortex after vortex, please. The show ends exactly how you knew it was going to end. Jimmy Uso comes out. Then Jey Uso comes out. Then Okay, so those come out and the schmaz, the space and everything. But, bit of positivity, because I'm real with my audience. I don't lie. I don't just rant about everything because my viewers like when I rant. I'm going to be honest with my viewers. I liked the ending. I liked it because Jey Uso super kicked LA Knight. I like that. Just because they're baby faces doesn't mean they have to get along constantly. Be best friends. Share food and catering. Share a hotel. I don't care. You know what I mean? So Jey Uso super kicks LA Knight and I like it. More serious Jey Uso, because the Jey Uso everyone started to love in the bloodline was very serious. He took no shit. He wasn't pandering to the crowd and all of this, and that's what people fell in love with in the first place. That's the Jey Uso he should have been this entire time. That's the Jey Uso the title should have been on. I mean, maybe not, but if you are going to put the title on Jey Uso, give him a Rumble win, at least make him serious. Right, more of a believable champion, rather than just a catchy theme song kind of guy. I like this Jey Uso. We need this Jey Uso going forward. We should have had this Jey Uso the entire time, more serious. He super kicks LA Knight to end the night. I really like that. I really like that for Jey Uso. Hopefully, it continues. But that was Raw. That was Raw. You want my thoughts on the entire show? Bad, boring, you know where it's going to end. Pretty pathetic, no creativity, no effort, bare minimum booking as always from Triple H, Paul, Levesque, Big Nose, McMahon, whatever you want to call him. That was Raw.